All right, so now I think we're live. Okay, so now I think we're live. And if this computer asks me to restart again, then I don't know what I'll do, to be honest. Android, but let's hope that it works now. Hopefully it should, I don't know. But I think this is good and bad. I think it's bad in terms of like, I don't know how many people are actually going to sit through this, waiting for it to be. Oh, there we go. We have a virtual. Yes. Yes. Finally. Finally, we have a device up on our screen. Oh, thank God. Whew. All right, there we go. We have it. That's good. What I was going to say is I don't know if anyone's going to actually sit through this and watch this entire video, or these couple of videos, I guess, that there will be, of me just struggling to get this to work. And the good thing is that it showcases kind of what it's like. Like, I've done this several times, believe it or not. I just haven't done it on Windows. And frankly, this could also have been the case, even if it was on Mac or Linux or something else. It could still have been the case that this would take this long to do. So you never really know when it comes to programming. Like, these are things that you sometimes run into. And sometimes it's just difficult. But now we have this. I think that we can do something like this and do bash. Let's go into my document. Let's just create a project and see kind of how that works. How do you navigate in the Windows console? Do you do this? Okay, cd project, cd okay, this seems to actually work. Okay, and then we can do, so now we've created, I just navigated into a new folder that I created called apps. And within this folder, we can then try to create a Flutter project, and then we can see if we can run the starter app. And if we can do that, then this video is done and I'm done for today. I was kind of thinking of like this just being the first step, and then doing this as one stream, and then stopping this stream and then starting another one up and creating an app and connecting it to Firebase, because I think that's going to be the next thing that I want to do on a stream. I want to try to build a simple like login screen and connect that to Firebase and just go through all of that. But I don't think that I'll do that today because, I don't know, this took way too long to do. All right, Flutter create. Now let's run Flutter doctor. Connected device, that's good. Everything, to my eye, it seems like everything works. So we'll do Flutter create, and then we'll call it tester. And then we can navigate here, because I like navigating more in Linux than I do, or like working on anything I like more in Linux than in Windows. So we're going to go into apps and cd into tester. Actually, we're going to do code tester. Flutter. Okay. There we go. We have the project up here. Let's see what happens if we do Flutter run. City, okay, city tester. Okay, city data. Okay, what if we do city tester and then Flutter? Okay, so we're trying to run this now. I think it should work. Why are you using Windows and not Linux? I'm just basically using Windows because it was like the easiest to use right now. And also I use the Adobe packages or Adobe software. So like Premiere, Lightroom, Photoshop, all that stuff. I do that for YouTube. And there's really not any good options for that as far as I can tell for Linux. What I'm thinking that I'll do is something that you can do, which is like called a dual boot. I'm new to all of this, so I don't know how all of that works. But as far as I understand it, you can do a dual boot, which means that you can either, when you start the computer, you can either choose to run Linux or you can choose to run Windows. So for the times when I need to do something on Windows, I can just run Windows and I can do the Photoshop and the photo editing, video editing, all that stuff. But when I want to do programming, I could then run Linux, which would mean I'd probably run Linux most of the time because I very rarely do any photo editing right now. Gradle through an error. Okay, the build failed. Why did the build fail? Gradle through an error while trying to update itself. Try run stack trace option, stack trace info debug option. To get full insights, get more help. Okay. Why did this not work? Gradle through an error. Build failed with an exception. What went wrong? Execution failed for task app compile debug Kotlin. Internal compiler error. See log for more details. Try run with stack trace option. Okay. Let's do Flutter run stack trace. Trace. Okay, let's see. Gradle task assemble debug failed. If you follow the recommended route from here, try this check with steps not recommended. Alright, let's try to figure this out. This was a long error. Try cd or Flutter project. Slash and okay. Error, Java home is not set and no Java command could be found in your ARP path. Please set the Java home variable in your environment to match the location of your Java installation. Okay, let's see if someone says something about Java. Okay, so no one says anything about Java. Let's Google this error. Locate your Java installation. Oh yeah, I don't have Java installed on the computer. That might be why. Download Java. Install. Okay. Is that it? Let's see if that helped. Waiting for it to install Java. It's done. Okay, run it again. Nope, it's still not working. But there's a shorter error now, which is good, at least. I think. Build failed. What went wrong? Execution for to clean debug. Unable to delete directory. Apps tester build integrators merged. Failed to delete some children. This might happen because the process open or its working directory is set to the target directory. Let's try it again. Okay, we get the same error. Flutter stack trace run. Flutter run stack. The primary Cloudflare Store plugin. No. Navigate to the Android directory, start the grid. Okay, so we'll do that again. We'll go into, we'll do that here. Java home is not set and no Java command could be found in your R path. Please set Java home variable in your environment to match the installation. Locate your Java installation directory. Okay. Properties advanced. Okay. Click the environment variables button. We've done that. Under system variables, click new. System variables. New. In the variable name field, enter either Java home. In the variable value field, enter if the path contains the spaces, for example. Okay, so where did we install Java? That was created 420. That's good. All right. So Java is there. Program files. Okay. Which version is it? So we'll try to just copy that path, and because I'm not sure exactly what that means. Because they've got this like progress, and then there's this curly thing, and then there's an L or a 1, I'm not sure. And I guess that because it says in the path, if the path contains spaces, use the shortened path name, for example. This could be that that's like the name or like the path to this folder, not sure. But we're going to do that, and then we're going to copy this one, and then we're going to change that so that we have the right name. Oh, maybe we can just browse to it actually. That makes sense. Local disk, this one, Java, and then this one, open. Okay. Let's see if that was it. Set the Java home variable in the command line. If you would prefer... Okay. Did that work? Let's try it. Oh. Nope. Do we need to restart this? City, Android, and then do the .gradle thing. Let's restart it. City, documents, project. Apps, city tester. Let's see how that works. All right, that didn't work either. Fuck. Let's see. Okay, let's see what if we have a version. Java version. Okay, so we have Java apparently. Okay, what happened there? Not sure. It just closed. Don't save. Bash. CD Android. Please set Java home variable. All right, I don't know why this has taken so long. Java, and the name of it is this. Error, access to the registry path is denied. Sudo. Oh, why can't things just work like they do in Linux? Okay, think. Nope, that's not what we wanted to do. Oh my god. Okay, so now we can't copy things. Why? Like, it literally feels like everything right now is just... nothing's really working at all. I don't really understand why this should be so difficult. Documents, city projects, city apps, city tester, and then echo Java home program files. Okay, so we have this apparently. You should see the path to the... oh, okay. So that's set. Oh my god. So why didn't it work the first time? So this is also like one of those things. It doesn't make any sense to me, at least. Now all of a sudden it works. I literally did not do anything. I've because I restarted the terminal or the console and navigated back into the right folder and then did the Flutter run. Still didn't work. And now I literally did exactly the same thing and all of a sudden it works. I'm not sure why this worked this way, but it's not too important. Now we have the starter Flutter project up and running, and I'm pretty happy with that. I'm sorry that this was like a super long, probably a super boring stream. I'm hoping that they'll get better. I can't promise anything, but I'm hoping that they'll get better the further I get into it. Installing things is generally probably a bad idea for a stream. It's not super interesting to watch, and it's there's a lot of things that can go wrong, like having to restart the computer in the middle of the stream. But I made the decision to do this as a video, and now I've done it. I don't think that this will make too much sense to follow along with, because there's so many different things that I do, mistakes that I make that that you might not even make on your own if you were trying to do this. So but there's probably some lessons, something that you can learn from this if there's a new person watching this, like the thing with having to restart the computer and change the virtualization, enable that in BIOS or BIOS, I don't know. Yeah, so this is now done. We've installed Flutter on this computer. The next thing that I'll do, or the next stream I'm thinking that I'll do, is going to be to basically create a login screen and then connect that to Firebase, because that's a project that I'm working on personally. And I think that that's something that a lot of people probably want to see how to do. Again, it'll probably be pretty much like this stream. It won't make too much sense, and it won't be super cohesive, but maybe it'll be slightly enjoyable to watch. I hope it might be. But I think that we're done for this one. I don't really have anything else that I was planning to do. I wanted to limit it to just doing this. And like I said, I thought this was going to take 20 minutes. I thought it was going to be a super quick stream. I think it's taken about 2 hours maybe in total to do all of this, which really it shouldn't have taken that long. I'm not embarrassed, to be honest. I'm too stupid to be embarrassed about this, but yeah, we've got it installed at least, and you've seen me do it. Maybe this can also be something, I'm thinking that this could be a nice thing just for people to see, or for you guys to see how bad or good I am at programming in real life. This is how good or bad I am. And since it's live, you can see all the errors. You can see how much time it takes me to do these things. Because I feel like on the other channel, sometimes people tend to think that I'm some extreme expert when it comes to this stuff, which I'm really not. And I think that this, live streaming this sort of stuff, maybe makes it seem a little bit more achievable, because you can see that even though I can do all of those things on the other channel, you can also see how much time things take for me, and how many errors I run into, and how many random difficulties that I do and stupid mistakes I make. And that might make it, I'm hoping that that'll make it easier, or make it feel more achievable for people, because really, as you'll probably be able to tell here, I'm not an expert, and I'm not perfect when it comes to coding. It's not like I just write things once and then it works. So yeah, I'm hoping that this will be something that is interesting to watch and just come hang out as I code different projects out. But yeah, next time it's going to be a login screen and connecting a Flutter app to Firebase, basically. But that's it for this one. I hope I'll see you in the next stream as well.